Sanbona. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about false gods. Right? I want to talk about false gods. And yeah, basically a false god is something that you worship. Right? Anything that you worship other than God. It can be an idea. It can be an opinion. Right? Anything other than your higher self, other than the idea that God has for you. Right? You may want to start a business, right? You may want to do anything, right? So if the ideas that God have for you, right, that God is appointing you to do. Some people, God appoints them to be preachers and all of those things, right? And some people, and people are scared of actually doing what God has appointed them to do. So today I want to speak about something that is very prominent in our society right now that I'm observing. People are afraid to be different. People are afraid to be different. People are afraid to do things that are out of the ordinary. People are afraid to own up themselves. People are afraid to own up to themselves. People are afraid to own who they are. Excuse. People are afraid to own who they are.
An incident has been reported in the building. Please await further instructions. An incident has been
Don't mind
reported
that.
in
Don't
the
mind
building.
that.
Please await further.
So, as I was saying, people are afraid to own who they are, to own their talent, right? To own their gifts, to own their skills, their capabilities that were given from them from birth, right? We have musicians, we have singers, we have footballers, we have athletes, we have creators, people who make art and do all of those things. We have speakers, we have preachers. But all of these people are stuck in one system. They are stuck in the school system. Right? I'm not saying the word stuck in a bad connotation. But I'm saying the word stuck because these people are there because of fear. They are there because of survival. Right? They are there because they don't believe in God. They say they believe in God, but they actually don't. Because God is an infinite God. God is an abundant God. It doesn't make sense that God will not provide for you. Will not provide clothes, money, and abundance in your life if you're doing something that you actually want to do. That doesn't make sense because God is an infinite being. God is infinite. God gives. So it doesn't make sense to go to school and go to school primarily because you want to survive, because you are trying to make it, because you want to money, right? I don't think that is worshiping God. If you are going to school to get a job just because of money, I don't think that is worshiping God. Because money is not of God. Worshipping money is not of God. Money there's no problem with money, and having abundance of money, there's no problem with that. But worshipping money, doing things primarily for money.
Please. This is an emergency. Please leave the building by the nearest available exit.
It's all about that again. But doing things primarily for money, primarily because you want to get money, that is not worshipping God. You can't say you're worshipping God if you're doing that, because that means you don't believe in God. That means you don't believe in the infinite. That means you don't believe in the abundance that God has, that God can provide for you. Do you really think that if you're following your passions, let's say you're a singer, if you're following your passions of being a singer, you know very well that you are a singer at heart. Do you really believe that if you're following your passions of being a singer, God will not provide clothes for you, He will not provide food for you, He will not provide a shelter for you? That's what we've been endocrinized. Indoctrinated. this word. That's what we've been conditioned to believe. That we need to follow a certain system and do this and do that. These things specifically, right? Basically, the school system is for survival, not for purpose. The school system is built for survival. If you primarily want to survive in this world, go to school, right? It's built for people who don't mind putting their purpose on hold, putting their gifts on hold, putting their talent stuffed in within themselves, who don't mind to do that, and doing something that someone says they must do. Begging. It's like begging. You're begging for survival. You're begging your way around the world. That's what the school system is coming off to be. And all of us, we are collectively contributing to this thing. Because we are forming opinions, we are forming ideas, we are forming constructs, we are forming norms. All of those things are created by us. And we pass these things to one another. What do? We enforce these things to one another, these beliefs, right? The media does this, all of this, right? These are false gods. Because I say they're false gods because we believe in them. I say they're false gods because we worship them. I say they're false gods because we allow them to control us. Do you understand what I'm saying? I say they're false gods because we allow them to control us, to control what we do. Right? We are worshipping them. They are law to us. We are actually going against something that is in us. Each and every one of you, you have something that you like, that you have passion, that you can do for free. Right? Something that you can do for free. That's your purpose in life. I don't know what it is. You know that. You know something that you can do for free. That is your purpose in life. Your skill, your talent, something that you can improve. You like doing this, right? Art, singing, music, like football maybe. You're an athlete, bro. There's this guy who's a South African runner. I think he was 18 or something. He's very famous right now, right? He's even running with Akani Simbine in the 4x4 relay. Yeah, he's like, I think he has a whole record in, right? I don't know, under 19 or under 18, I don't know really. But this guy was taken from grade 12, and then he was put on track, and then just blew everybody's mind, right? So he had talent. The running was his talent. And there are many people out there, many people who are scared of expressing their talent because they're stuck in survival mode. They're stuck in ideas and constructs that we as society has perpetuated, right? Most of us are indoctrinated, are conditioned that this is the only way to do things. And that is so, some of us, our spirits are not really at a nice place when we're at school. The rigidity of that system, the school system, like you don't feel at home, you don't feel at peace, right? And I'm not bashing the school system in any kind of way, but I'm just pointing out something that I see. It's not built for creativity. It's built, oh my goodness, it's built for survival. It's built for survival, not creativity. The school system is built to suppress any creativity that you have. You have to put all of those things on hold, and you have to focus on this material that you have been given, and you need to regurgitate that on the exam or on the test. Something Even if you don't have interest in what you're studying, you have to do it. You have to study, right? This hustle culture. Like, why? Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this? Do you really believe that if you're doing something that you're meant to do, God wouldn't provide money and abundance and anything that you want, clothes, food? Do you think God wouldn't provide for you all of those things? Do you really do? Do you really think that? Because going to school knowing very well that you don't belong there, it implies that. That's what it implies. That's the implication. Right? That's the implication. And we have been conditioned to go to school so that we can survive. Primarily for survival. How many people do you know who survived without school? Without the school system. Outside of the school system. Athletes, singers, musicians, all of these people are well taken care of. God is taking care of them. Wow. God is actually taking care of these people. But we are stuck in a system that is not for us. Right? If you feel like school is for you, this video is not for you. This video is for creatives. This video is for people who know that they can do better. They can do something bigger, outside of the box, something different. Going to school only for survival is proof that you don't believe in God. Going to school only for survival is proof that you don't believe in God. Even if you say you do, your actions imply that you don't. Because you believe that God will not provide for you. You believe that you can do things yourself. Nah. I'm going to go to school and do things myself and to forget my talent, to forget my purpose, forget my gifts, forget what I really am passionate about. Forget that. What is the most high paying job? Give me that. I want the most high paying job. You're worshipping money. And you're ignoring your purpose. It's such a miserable way to live. And it's only a matter of time before you realize this is not for you. It's only a matter of time before you realize everything. No. You have meant to do something bigger. Right? I'm just lost for words. This is my realization. I just realized this. Right? If you want to survive, go to school. But if you want to thrive, follow your passion. Follow your passion and do what is in here. Right? You know what you want to do. An athlete, musician, a singer, a creative, a writer, a speaker. God will provide for you. If you believe in the infinite, if you believe in Him, He will provide for you. There's nothing that He can't do. But we still want to go to this route and do things ourselves. Primarily for money, for survival, for our egos. Basically, you're doing it for ego. Because you think you can do things yourself, right? And what is the most high-paying job I can do? That's the question. That's what matters. Money. Worshipping money. I'm not saying having money is a problem. But it's a problem to worship money and not worship God. To worship things of here and not things of the Spirit. Right? So that's my take.